federal immigration laws or to detain people based on immigration status. This is consistent with state law and with our Bend Police policies. Around 1:07 p.m. today, Bend Police arrived on scene, and we arrived to allow for free speech and allow for a peaceful area for our community members to assemble and to provide life safety support. The Bend Police are currently on site to protect life and safety of our community and are not there assisting the role of ICE. Is there any questions?
Can we let Jenny translate what you said before we go to questions?
Yes.
Yes. Jennifer, do you want to unmute yourself and repeat that? Jenny, you're muted. There you go.
I have unmuted your microphone, Jenny.
Jenny is having audio problems, it looks like. Give her one more second. I'm afraid that we're not going to be able to get Jenny in here. We're not hearing her. So for our Spanish-speaking community, we will have a recording of this on YouTube tomorrow on the City of Bend's YouTube site, and we can have Spanish captions on the whole video. And I apologize for that. So we have one question. I'm going to go ahead and read this. What was the training event that police officers were at before they showed up at the protest in camo with helmets and tear gas launchers at the ready?
The Bend police officers assigned to the SWAT team regularly participate in trainings, and today was one of their training days. And those officers are frequently used to respond when additional resources on the street aren't available. As many people know, we have approximately 8 police officers that were on patrol at the time. So when we asked officers to respond to the area, not knowing what the event was at the time, officers who were in training did respond. They were dressed in their training gear, or commonly their SWAT gear at the time, because that's what they were wearing when they responded. As soon as they got on scene and we were able to assess the situation, and I got on scene and spoke with other members of the executive staff of the police department, we quickly had those officers relieved by regular patrol officers and had them be removed from the scene. So we recognize that that could have caused some fear and some response from community members, and it's very important that we were able to replace those officers with our regular patrol officers.
I'm going to give Jenny one more opportunity just in case the glitches in technology are getting any better. Anybody heard anything? There's a few other reporters on the call. If you want to type in your questions into the chat function, you can do that. If you would rather speak yourself, raise your hand. I'll call on you, and then you can unmute and ask it yourself. Heather Roberts, I see your hands up. Is that a world? You want to unmute?
Okay, can you hear me?
Can you hear her?
No.
Turn up my volume. Give me 1 second. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So protesters have just said out here that they are not going to leave until either there's some sort of court action or the 2 gentlemen have been released. Is there a plan? Is there an exit strategy? Is there a plan for kind of the long haul here?
You can turn it back down. Thank you, Heather. As far as the Bend Police Department, we are on scene and will remain on scene to ensure the safety of the community and provide that life safety response if there happens to be any issues that come up that the Bend Police Department need to respond to. I am unable to give you the plan specific for what the federal government plans on doing currently. Again, as we've already said, and everybody knows, that we are unable to assist with custody processes with immigration issues. And that is, again, that's state law, and it's our own policy here at the Bend Police Department. So we will continue to maintain where we're at. and continue to provide support for our community to make sure everyone's safe. And we hope for a completely peaceful resolution and to allow for our community to continue to have their First Amendment rights safely expressed.
We have another question in the chat. Who made the determination that the protesters were criminally trespassing, and how was the determination made?
So the area that this is currently occurring on is private property. And the owners of the private property have property rights over that property. Ultimately, the property owners do not desire people to be there. They would like people to leave. However, we are not at this time ready to take criminal action or arrest action on such a balancing the level of a crime against really the freedom of our community to express their rights. So although there may be a low-level criminal action occurring, at some point we have to balance that appropriately and balance towards the rights of our community.
I'm not seeing, Heather Roberts, your hand is still up. I don't know if that's left over from last time or if you have another question. That's the only hand up I see.
Heather's speaking, but we can't hear her.
Heather, start over. Thank you.
Sorry, I did not have another question. Did it go through?
No, will you repeat it? I'm not seeing any other questions. So if that is it, we do have Jennifer Mendez online now, and I did get one request if you could repeat your opening statements in case anyone tuned in a little bit late. Plus Jennifer's online now, so I think hopefully she could be able to translate. Would you mind repeating that one more time?
Yeah, before we do that, Jennifer, can you just verbally say that you're here so we can make sure you can be heard?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Can we hear? Okay. All right, I'll go through this and give you time. Good evening. I'm Mike Krantz. I'm the Chief of Police for the Bend Police Department.
Buenas tardes, soy el jefe de policía, me llamo Chief Krantz.
Yesterday and today, the Bend Police Department were made aware that ICE agents were in Bend for an investigation. However, we were not made aware of their detailed plans.
Ayer y hoy, el Departamento de Policía de Bend se hicieron conscientes que hay agentes de ICE van a estar en Bend para una investigación, pero no estábamos enterados.
Today, we received a call from a federal agent stating there were a group of community members blocking a bus that had two subjects that were under ICE's custody inside of it at the 500 block of Southwest Industrial.
Hoy recibimos una llamada de un agente federal diciendo que habían prostitutores bloqueando el autobús que tenía dos sujetos que estaban abajo de la custodia de ICE.
The Bend Police Department are not involved with their operations.
El Departamento de Policía de Bend no está involucrado con sus operaciones.
Consistent with Oregon state law and the Bend Police policies, we do not use funds or personnel or equipment to enforce federal immigration laws or to detain people based on immigration status.
El Departamento de Policía de Bend no usa fondos o personal o equipaje para enforzar federal inmigración, leyes de inmigración federal
Around 1:07 p.m. today, Bend Police arrived on scene.
A las 1:07 de la tarde, el Departamento de Policía llegó a la escena.
And we arrived on scene for the call of service so that we could ensure that we were able to allow for free speech and a peaceful area to assemble and provide life safety support.
Y la razón que el Departamento de Policía llegó era para que permitieran el derecho de hablar liberalmente y que protestar estuvieran sin problemas ahí.
The Bend Police are on site to protect the safety of our community and are not there in assisting any role with ICE.
El departamento de policía estaba en la escena para cuidar a nuestra comunidad y no estaban ahí para asistir ICE.
And are there any questions for Jennifer?
Una pregunta que puedan tener.
And seeing no further questions. Last chance, if you have questions, you can type them in the chat. That might be the best way. Otherwise, I understand that the translation was faint. We will put these in captions in Spanish on the recording, and we'll keep that on YouTube tomorrow.
Thank you for your time.
All right, thanks, everyone.